Joe.
Yes.
I am
Hi.
so glad you are here with us tonight.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm happy to be here.
You're like a famous person to us.
Oh, Lord.
So we feel really privileged. Truly, we're honored that you're here.
Well, I'm grateful. I'd rather be famous than infamous, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. So you've done this before.
I have.
You look like you're at a stage in life that you have wisdom and you have a lot of sense. And so what are you doing this for again?
I am looking at the condition the country is in. I'm most fearful for the demise of our democracy. The powers that be in Washington have actually declared war on the Democratic Party and democracy. We're watching the constitutional rights of Americans be violated. We are behaving aggressively. Just today, they've unleashed the Marines in Washington, D.C., so they're turning the military loose on the American people.
It's some scary stuff.
And I want this party in our district to put up the very best candidate possible. I was not at all satisfied with the prior two cycles. In 2020, myself and my staff, we garnered 113,000 votes, and we've only gone backwards. So, I'm looking for that candidate. I'm in it to set the bar. If by chance that candidate
Comes along?
shows up,
Yeah.
then I will back out of this race and I will support that candidate. I think that's the way to go. But I'm here to set the bar.
So do you think in 26 will Democrats have an advantage because of the midterm, against the current administration kind of thing? Do you think that will hold?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think the economic devastation that's coming in the next 6 to 8 months is going to sour a lot of people who had a lot of high hopes for the Trump administration. We're looking at the possible collapse of our agricultural communities here in the district. That's 40% of our district.
Right.
Agriculture here in the state of Indiana is a $35 billion industry just here. The state cannot withstand a collapse that enormous. So I think with the cuts in Medicaid, the cuts that will be coming in Medicare, the cuts to public school education, the stress put on rural communities are going to be enormous. We have a number of people, I heard the number is 7 now running for Congress, but we have 800 open seats in the district.
Right.
And it is my hope that those who find themselves maybe trailing far behind whomever the leader of this particular group is,
Right.
will find those down ticket races. We need people to run for the state representative offices. We need that.
Right.
We need state senators. We need county clerks. We need county auditors. These are important jobs and can be effective in building the credibility that our party has not had the opportunity to exercise.
Right. Right. When you're not in office, when you're not
Yes.
governing for 20 years,
Yes.
it's hard to convince people that you can and that you will.
Incumbency comes with power.
Right.
And we have to stand up to that. And I'm hoping that Hoosiers understand that the powers that be brought this devastation on our communities, and you cannot fix it by simply replacing one individual with an identical match. Another,
Right.
it's like the Chinese dolls,
Right.
the Japanese, where they keep getting
Russian
smaller.
nesting
The
dolls,
Russian
Russia.
nesting dolls. That's
Yeah.
that's what we get in the Republican Party.
Agreed.
The Republicans of years past didn't want to get rid of Medicaid and Medicare. They didn't want to get rid of Social Security. They supported public school education. But there has been this run to the right. And what we see is a candidate comes out and says, well, I'm right-wing, I'm conservative because of this. Now their opponent goes farther right. And we have watched this pendulum swing to a point where we actually are now endangering our democracy with the rhetoric that is being spewed out there.
Right.
And it is just rhetoric, and there's very little data to support far too many of their arguments.
Well, and I think the president has proven that even if you have data, you don't have to pay any attention to it. So
I think you're right. I was looking at the PPI and the CPI indexes this morning. That's the product price index and the consumer price index, and they're up mildly, but it is an indicator that prices are climbing. We can only expect those to continue. That's as we see these tariffs take full effect. So, we have to, as Democrats, the one thing that I hope we don't get into is just talking about, oh, this problem.
Right.
We need to have solutions
Yes,
to these
yes, we
problems.
do.
And we
Yes.
need to make those solutions clear. We need to bring them to the table. We need to discuss them. We need to find our center as a party. We are literally an agglomeration of various interest groups. I've already been asked, how are you going to sew a coalition together in our party? In light of what is going on, we don't have time for coalition building. We must vote blue. You cannot find the perfect candidate. They don't exist. But you can support a candidate that will support those same values that you have.
They will do better.
And
They
we
will
will.
do better, and they will not tear apart what we've built 250 years of doing. Thanks,
Correct.
Joe. I appreciate
Correct.
you talking to me
Thank
before
you.
we start.
All right.